There is a conversation you need to have, and you already know which one it is. You've been rehearsing it in the shower, in the car, awake at 2 a.m. You've drafted the email 3 times and deleted it twice. And you still haven't had the chat because it's awkward. Here's what I want to suggest to you. The awkwardness isn't the problem. The avoidance is the problem. Avoidance destroys relationships. It stalls teams and stagnates organizations. It dismantles trust and takes all the momentum out of the room. Precisely because friction brings the energy needed to move things along, and avoidance refuses to allow it to ignite the spark that will fuel it. The conversation you're avoiding is almost certainly the most important conversation you could have this week. So let's talk about how to have it. When I ask leaders why they haven't had the difficult conversation, and I ask this a lot, the answer is almost never, I don't care. It's usually the opposite. They care too much. They care too deeply. They don't want to hurt someone. They don't want to damage the relationship. They're trying to be kind. But avoidance to protect someone's feelings or even your own feelings is not kindness. It's actually deeply dishonoring. Avoidance dishonors the other person by assuming they can't handle the truth. It patronizes them. It keeps them from the reality they need in order to grow. And it dishonors you because you're sacrificing your own integrity to maintain a false peace. In my experience, every leader has a default position when things get tense. Some leaders compete. They come out swinging and the goal is to win, which means someone else has to lose. Some accommodate. They fold every time. They let the other person have their way and they tell themselves that that's generous. It's not. It's a slow erosion of their voice and of the trust that speaking up would earn them. And some avoid completely, which is the ultimate lose-lose. Nobody wins. Avoidance is the most costly posture of all because the thing you refuse to name doesn't go away. It compounds, it festers, and it seeps into the culture. So how do you actually wade into the awkward and let it light a useful spark? Firstly, you need to set a table. You need to gather the relevant parties together and create a safe place to have a dangerous conversation. You can't push the table until you've set the table. You can't bring challenge until you've established safety. Think about the best leaders you've ever worked for. The ones who could say the hard thing and you actually heard it. What did they have that others didn't? I'd be willing to bet they had relational capital. They'd invested in knowing you, not just your job title and your quarterly targets, but you, the very essence of you, your story, your pressures, what makes you come alive, what shuts you down. And they had earned the right to challenge you because they first demonstrated that they were for you. They knew you. So the first question isn't, how do I say the hard thing? The first question is, have I built the kind of relationship where the hard thing can be heard? Now, obviously building deep relationships takes time, and this conversation is probably really urgent. So as you endeavor to make investments in the relationship, here's how you can start a relational conversation in the meantime. Firstly, initiate this conversation around a table. Invite them to coffee or lunch and have the conversation in a space that naturally brings the tension down. Secondly, be specific about the issue and curious about their position. Pose a question on the awkward topic you're trying to tackle, and then thirdly, start by listening. Give the person your time and your attention. Listen with your ears. Listen to listen, not just to respond. And listen with your eyes. Show them that you are both interested in their perspective and empathetic to it and interested in them. State back to them what they're saying and ask clarifying questions. I'm hearing you say this. By this, do you mean this? Have I understood that correctly? And once you've really listened, one of two things will happen. Either you will come to a whole new understanding of the situation that changes your perspective. It might even change your mind about the course of action you need to take. or you'll understand why this person did or said or didn't do whatever it is that's bothering you. And you'll probably be able to suggest a new course of action from a calm, clear, diffused place of understanding. Now, here's where I see leaders drop the ball. Even when they've done the hard work of having the initial conversation, even when they've listened, it goes well, both people feel heard, and then nothing. Nothing changes. Because no one named what happens next. Don't let the conversation evaporate. Every brave conversation should be followed by a collaborative action. So name it. This is the issue we need to address, and this is the solve we think is appropriate. And aim it. This is the direction we need to go together to implement our resolution. What's your takeaway from this? What do you want me to do differently? What would you like from me? In 1 week from now, what will be different? Work to get a shared sense of understanding of the issue and a shared setting of direction of travel to address it. The future must be different because of what was said. Otherwise, you just had a nice chat over a cup of coffee. So here's my challenge to you. You know the conversation. You've known it for weeks, maybe months. The person's face is already in your mind this week, not next month. Not when the timing is perfect, because that time never comes. The timing is never perfect. Set the table. Name the thing. Listen through it. Listen to listen, and then decide together what happens next. The conversation you've been avoiding might be the most brave and kind thing you do this year. So embrace the awkward. It's where breakthroughs happen. If this helped you, like this video and subscribe to this channel for more on leading through conflict. We're on a mission to bring character leadership to every sector of society. So watching and sharing this video really helps us make that impact. Thank you so much.